Well, like father, like son, the Grand Rapids Griffins did their best impression of their parent team, the Detroit Red Wings, 2 nights ago in Chicago, erasing a 2-goal deficit on their way to a 4-3 overtime win against the Wolves. With victories in 4 of the last 5 road games, the Griffins are in Des Moines, Iowa tonight to face the Central Division's top team, the Iowa Wild. And we are inside the beautiful Wells Fargo Arena for our game day preview, brought to you as always by Michigan First Credit Union. Well, as many of you know, at least this season anyway, in the National Hockey League, the Detroit Red Wings have become known as the comeback kings. 4 of their 10 wins this season have come in games in which they trailed by 2 goals. Well, the Griffins faced that very same deficit at Allstate Arena in Chicago on Saturday, came back with 2 goals in the second period, the second of which was their first shorty of the campaign.
Now off the draw, the Griffins. Elson has the puck in, shot, score! Turner Elson ties the game shorthanded.
Well, Chris Terry tallied his team-leading 12th goal of the season in the third period to give Grand Rapids a 3-2 lead, but the Wolves got a shorthanded goal of their own to force overtime. And for the third straight game, the Griffins would play beyond 60 minutes, 2 of which have now gone into the win column.
Oh, Brandon Perry, and away he goes. He had it knocked away at the line, but Heronic follows up. Boy, he had a step on the defense, too, if he got that thing by him. Here's Heronic right side, cuts into the circle, and it puts the Megan score! And the Griffins win it in overtime. Not sure that puck got to Megan or not.
Well, it was the second time in the last 8 games in which Grand Rapids has emerged victorious when trailing by 2. And how about this from the will-to-win category? In games in which they're tied entering the third period, Grand Rapids is now 6-0-1.
This group seems to find a way. There's a lot of character in that room that seems to get it done every night.
Well, Patrick Rebar has been a very pleasant surprise in net for Grand Rapids with a 1.82 goals against in his last 6 starts. He'll get the call tonight here in Des Moines. But Hari Sateri seems to be finding his game now after a second consecutive very solid start in Chicago on Saturday.
That was his best start of the year, Bob. Best since preseason. It's good to see. Put in a good week of practice, and now we got 4 games in 6 nights with Rybar going tonight and Hari going Wednesday. And Rybar put in a good performance against Milwaukee in a 3-2 shootout loss, making 26 of 28 saves, and he was phenomenal. So I expect more of the same tonight.
Well, tonight represents franchise game number 400 for the Iowa Wild in their 6th season as the primary affiliate to the NHL's Minnesota Wild, and having their best season to date, no doubt, at 12-4-2-1. That equals the 3rd best winning percentage among 31 American Hockey League teams. They're top 5 in both power play and penalty kill. Lots of impressive stats, as you might imagine, to go along with a very good record. And tonight we'll get our first look at the 23-year-old Finnish phenom, Kaapo Kähkönen. We'll get the starting goal. How about his numbers? Through 7 games, he's got a microscopic 1.12 goals against average. The Griffins have had great success here at Wells Fargo Arena, most of it early on. They won their first 8 games here. They're 7-5 since, so still 15-5 in 20 lifetime games here. Grand Rapids will enter tonight's game at 9-7-0-2. Question mark for tonight, again, Dylan McIlrath. They were evaluating after the morning skate. We'll see whether or not the big tough defenseman will be able to go for Grand Rapids. David Pope is out of the lineup tonight. Giovanni Smith will be inserted in. We'll have the broadcast for you coming your way at 7:35 for pregame coverage on Wood Radio. We hope you join us. And then a busy week at home, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, starting Wednesday with the Chicago Wolves. That's been our game day preview, again brought to you by Michigan First Credit Union. This is Bob Kaiser saying thanks, everybody, and so long until tonight from Des Moines, Iowa.